think it will be. So
Fuck is
I don't know about
file?
you guys, but I got
Sorry,
everything pulled up. So I guess I can start. I'll screen share with you guys. We can start watching, and the barnyard will start in just a few seconds.
Oh, okay, you're gonna screen share?
Yeah, hopefully it works out. If not, you guys can just pick up the slack that I leave behind.
Yeah,
that's always a possibility.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, if there are any issues or anything, I can do it.
Yeah, hopefully it works out.
Oh, hell.
All right, we finally got people joining.
Super blind. All right.
You got it? Everything set up?
Yep, everything's all good.
All right, for
All
sure.
right, we're gonna start this up, homies. Here we go. So let's see what Cyrax has got going on in his life.
Day, it was gone. Just like that. Why? All because some punk ass bitches on YouTube want to make me out to be something that I'm fucking not. All because they want to sit there and fucking use me. They want to use me until I'm dead. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of holding back how I really fucking feel. I'm sick of these fuckers getting away with this shit that they get away with. Sitting there making me out to be a fucking pedophile when I'm not. Backing me into a corner to the point to where I have no choice but to either admit to being a pedophile or have to go against my own dad in fucking court, who, yeah, he may be a piece of shit, but I still give a fuck about him as a human being. Because I don't want.
Cyrax does not care about Gordon at all. If he cared about Gordon even in the slightest, when he took himself up to Florida, he wouldn't have been acting like a fool. I mean, Gordon absolutely manhandled Cyrax up there. And look at Cyrax, he's feeling sorry for himself. You know you wouldn't lay a hand on this guy unless he absolutely forced you to. So, no, he doesn't respect him at all. You would absolutely think, since he's a military man and he raised Cyrax for the first 9 years of his life, the only person to ever do anything like that for Cyrax, show him a little bit of grown man love, like care, besides Security Jake, you know. You'd think he would respect him a lot more than he does. And thank you, Jacobs Lucas, for the $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, homie.
You know, and here's the thing too. Chance mentioned we want to use him until he's dead. I don't want to see him die, because if he dies, then I'm going to be bored. I mean, yeah, there are other cows, but none of them will ever achieve the level of fuckery that Chance has achieved.
Well, when it comes to like lolcows screwing around, I really don't think anyone is ever going to top Chris Chan. Chris Chan, he could really get up to some things, and he was like sitting in his room all day. Cyrax does the same thing, but Chris Chan, he wasn't even streaming himself to the internet. People were just phone calling him like, "Hey, what's up, Chris Chan? What are you doing?" Barb would just sit there. "You leave my son alone." And then you got Bob Chandler doing the same thing, but he's actually having real conversations with them. "Hey, what's up, Purple Pete? I didn't know Larson had a new account." So I think Chris Chan, I think he gets up to way more. And I don't know, there's a few others, but Chance, he's up there. He's top 5, top 4, top 3, maybe, something like that. And yeah, Jacob, his eyes are always closed when he lies. if you look at him a majority of the time when he's not parroting something, his eyes are closed. He's got to think hard about what he's saying.
You think he's being drugged? I've heard people say he might be being like
Oh, do I-
sedated. What do you think about that?
Honestly,
Yeah, I just did a video on it. Yeah, Sally, he was talking about Sally like giving him some medicine and taking a shower, which just means Sally went and bathed him and gave him some weed edibles. Most likely, I think it's weed edibles, because like he's alive and alert and raging in the first video I seen of him, and in the next video, which is the same day, just hours later, the dude is just like eyes closed, mouth wide open, drooling a little bit. Yeah, guys, I really want you to check out my new music. It's great. And like 3 hours previously, he was sitting there, guys, you need to stop stealing my music. I'm going to lose my mind. I might take someone out. Sally, she's like, man, this fool's done hit me one time. I got to start drugging this dude just in case.
I never would have honestly thought that she was giving him that fucking good though, man. I mean, look, I love seeing Chance all fucked up and everything, but I don't love him enough to give weed to him. Fuck that, man. Weed's expensive.
Nah, it's got to be something cheaper. I mean, they're like crushing up some like opioids and mixing it in as like mac and cheese. They're pulling a Larson on him for sure.
Sally's over here fucking
Hey,
just
I
taking
just
out
wanna
a
say
head
this.
30s.
Look at Cyrax. I don't think you'd have to have very high grade weed I think you could give him a few Tylenol PMs and that might just put him down for the count. This body doesn't look like it's built for resilience. You just overloaded a little bit. It's dropping.
Oh yeah, but I mean, over time, you're gonna have a tolerance build up, and he might only be a 4-foot goblin, but even then, he'll have a tolerance. So it's like, I think she's going out getting that good weed. Hey, welcome in, crazy redhead.
I want to do that to my dad, and I don't want to do that to myself. Why? Because as a human being, I still care about my fucking dad.
Not a human, you're a goblin.
Yeah, he may be a piece of shit for the stuff he's done, but that don't mean that I don't love him any less. That don't mean that I don't care about him any motherfucking less. Because I do still care about him. I do still care. But what happened? These punk motherfuckers turned my own fucking dad against me.
Oh my god, this shit again.
And threatened me with it.
Oh, I just noticed he's wearing a Rick and Morty tee.
You gotta, that might be my face reveal. I might just be burning the Rick and Morty shirt I got. I might paint it black, make it look like I went and robbed Chance Wilkins. Because, you take anything that resembles Chance Wilkins, you get someone who's good at stitching and stuff, have them lower the shoulder build in it so it looks like it's just hanging for years and years off some skeletal frame. And, I think I could convince people I went and robbed Cyrax of his shirt.
That's a good
Man,
idea.
I ain't gonna lie. Part of me for my either 2 or 5,000 sub special has been wanting to build a Cyrax effigy, and you can get that t-shirt at Walmart probably for $2. Just throw that bitch on it and hit it with a flaming arrow.
Cyrax effigy. That sounds like Cyrax getting his own personal Jacob Stockness.
Nah, man, gotta burn the goblin. Can you imagine his response to seeing someone doing that shit? He's already paranoid. I mean, let's just add to it by making him more paranoid.
Before somebody steps up and does something about these motherfuckers over on YouTube. How many people have to get hurt? How many people have to suffer? How many people like me? How many people like
I'll be right back.
How many
My
people
dog
like
just
Daniel
threw a
Larson
piece of
have to
plastic.
go through what we all three fucking went through before somebody steps up and fucking does something?
What's going on, Purple Peak? What's going on, Kelly?
And you wanna know what's really fucking bad? I reached out to YouTube over the past several months. but never got a goddamn return. Never got a damn thing in return. Why? Because YouTube doesn't care about the smaller people. They only give a fuck about the major creators. They don't give a fuck about the little guys like me that are out here busting our asses every fucking day. Sleepless nights, sleepless days. Working our fucking asses off to the bone, day in and day out, just to get a fraction of the way to our fucking goals and what we want to do with our lives.
That if you've worked for 10 years plus on the same things, like spending your entire days doing this, and you've only got a fraction of your goals left, and your young life is almost over, you think you would, probably give up and go do something else with your life, because this just isn't working.
It's not the right thing for him to be doing. I don't know what is, though. What really is? Like, what kind of day job could this guy be doing? I don't know what his other options are.
Walmart greeter.
Could you imagine walking in a circus and seeing Cyrax? You might be going to your house, you'd be going to your grandma and be like, hey, see this one like mangy looking ferret creature that's wandering this circus? I don't know if he's a part of the act or he's just here to steal the children, but I don't know, it's a real eye catcher. I mean, you want to throw up after you see him, but you gotta see this guy. Freak show, 100%. Or, petty thief, just robbing people of their wallets because they won't look at them twice. So look at them, look away. And then they just reach in the pocket. Cyrax gets a few dollars and, he might be able to eat that day.
Yep. A little light-footed hobbit. He's a little light-footed hobbit.
He could also be going the route of Daniel Larson.
Apparently we're getting lag. I would say LNN or Lemur, one of you two want to start the screen share? Because my internet is terrible. It's just god awful. So we can switch the screen share up and it'll probably improve the screen quality. Y'all start this video, and when LNN's ready, he'll let me know, and we'll switch over the who's streaming.
They don't fucking care.
Oh, I'm just about ready. I just need to copy the timestamp.
And if they did, where are they at?
5 minutes.
Where are they motherfucking at? Everybody wants to.
Alright.
Ready, homie?
Just about gotta move a couple of things and I guess readjust something. Give me like 2 seconds and I'll be ready though.
Thanks everyone so much for being here. The barnyard has been taking a minute off. That's completely my fault. My power went out and then it was Easter, but now we're back in full force. We're going to be here every Sunday around 6 o'clock through 7 o'clock. Thank you guys so much for being here. Sorry for cutting you off, Lemur.
No, you're good. I was going to ask a really irrelevant question just to fill up blank space, so it doesn't really matter. I was just going to ask if you guys ever smoked a cake cart before. CAKE.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, they go pretty hard. I'm smoking one of their disposables right now, and I'm not going to lie. I'm having a pretty good time. I'm having a pretty good time here, folks.
Nice. I stopped at a dispo over in, what's it called? Adelanto. That's it. Man, they had some good ass deals going on their stizzies.
Stizzies are good as well. I used to puff on stizzies back in the day.
Hey man, they still go good. You know what, guys? Before we continue on the racks of vid, I'm gonna take a dab hit.
Well, what's going around my town right now is these lush carts, and I finally bought one, and I was like, this might be decent. I might have this for a week, maybe even 2 if I do it right. Man, let me tell you, Chinchilla Nation, Lemur, that was one of the worst purchases I've ever made. I mean, every single time I hit it, I had to take the back out of a notebook, take the spring out, twist it off, and then jam it in there every time I hit it. And it became the biggest pain to smoke. I think during the first barnyard, I was just finishing it off, and I couldn't even stand it by that point. I was about to have a Cyrax rage every time I was trying to take a hit, because I mean, it just became work at that point. It wasn't even worth the high.
Did you buy it? Did you buy it from a dispo, or did you buy it from someone?
Yeah, there's like no dispos.
Okay, I see. Yeah, because I like back in the day before like carts were really popular, I used to get them only on the street. There were a couple times I got a few that were like supposedly good brands, and you get them and they're just like ass because these guys just fill them with like whatever the fuck, like it depends on the person. Like sometimes you can get like a good street cart that's like not filled with anything like too funky, and other times it's just like not a good mix, and then other times it's straight up not even weed. So carts are just it's hard to get a good cart off the street. It's very rare.
Yeah, unless you.
Oh yeah, that's why I've only ever bought 2 in my lifetime.
I got you, man.
LNN, did you got your screen ready? Pull up.
Yeah. I was just taking a dab hit. I am ready when you fellas are.
All right, we'll continue on. Here, let me hide the screen real quick and let me switch over to LNN's. Oh, the Streamline guys. This was doing I was on Google Chrome. So here, let me switch over to LNN's, and then I'll turn the thing right back on. All right, guys, we're back in business. All right, stream lag should improve now. Cool. All right, guys. Yeah, it seems like stream lag is probably even up now. Thank God. Thank God. I think he's screwing around. All right, you can start the video.
Sorry, fellas, couldn't resist it.
Of my content, it's because of people like N-Word Boy. If you don't know who N-Word Boy, if you don't know who N-Word Boy is, allow me to explain to you who this piece of fucking shit is. N-Word Boy is the piece of shit motherfucker that goes around, steals my music,
it's going good.
Steals my content that I work on. He's the motherfucker that every time I create a brand new Twitch or a brand new Kick or anything to make a living for myself, he reports it because he's openly admitted that he wants me to suffer. He has openly admitted that he wants me to fucking suffer. Why? Because he's a sick fucking piece of shit. That's why. He's fucking sick. He gets a kick out of watching people like me suffer. And then whenever I do make a Kick or a Twitch or anything,
he said
real fucking money like I was. What does he do?
I was just thinking the same fucking thing.
This looks like a manifesto. Shit. Like a school shooter.
You know, honestly,
manifesto.
I don't think he would be trying to shoot something if he went to that school, but I don't think it's bullets.
Yikes.
When really he doesn't believe those things. He doesn't believe that I'm a pedophile. He has openly admitted that he does
Matthew, thank you for the 5.
He wants to see me in the same position as Chris Chan, who is unfortunately
appreciate the support.
Now. He wants to see me in the same position.
Wait a minute, is Chris homeless confirmed?
Oh, Chris, he's not going to be homeless for long. Someone will let Chris Chan in. At this point, the way dents are like donating to him more than Chris Chan, someone will let him in.
Hold the fuck on. So, wait, is Chris Chan actually homeless though? Do we have confirmation on that?
This is first I'm hearing of anything.
I haven't heard a thing about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna look at his Twitter.
Chris Chan looks homeless, but I don't think he is.
Yeah, he's got supporters. He's got different like handlers that feed off of him. So I doubt he's going homeless anytime soon. But I don't know.
Yeah, his biggest troll of all time literally started babysitting him to a point. So yeah, Chris Chan will be just fine, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah, because I'm looking at his Twitter. He ain't said nothing. Apparently he is in Lynchburg now, though, because he did just open a P.O. box. But back to this video.
As Daniel Larson, who's currently going through court cases and in and out of prison right now. when really Daniel Larson should be in a fucking mental
Matthew,
hospital.
thank you for the 2.
Because he
You
has
didn't
a
have
lot
to do
going
that.
on with him.
What's up? Thank you.
And it's not his fault. It is not his fault that
Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate
some
it.
serious shit going on in his head. That's not his fault. That is not his fault at all whatsoever. But yet these people sit there and they target people like him. Why? Because like me, he's different. The only difference between
Yeah,
me
you
and
both
him,
are
I
different.
have
You
a
talk to
clear head.
children. You,
I have
if
the
Cyrax
mind
actually got
of a
out, he would
normal
abuse
functioning
public
adult.
property too, probably with a lot more feces
I
and
know
excrement,
right
you
from
know.
wrong.
But he would definitely
Daniel
do the same.
Larson, he has a few of those traits, but not
I had
very
heard Cracker
many.
Koopa.
He believes things that are not real. And that's not his fault. That's part of his mental illness that he has going on. And that's not his fault.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Chris Chan can't
Yeah,
even
talking
tell
to
right
children
from
is
wrong.
Chance's mental illness.
I mean, Chance's mental illness is just somehow being alive.
Just being born
Chris Chan
genetically
is,
deficient. Jesus, look at him.
He's
One lung,
got
one
too
and a
many-
half kidneys, you know, a liver that's barely functioning, a nose that's crooked now, he can hardly breathe through it. Chance, he's really struggling to survive, and he lets us know that every single day.
Chance is what happens whenever God hits randomize on character creation.
very, very severely.
I think I've
mentally
seen more
handicapped.
like better looking of
And because of
random
these people,
character
what happened?
creations than Cyrax.
He ended up in prison.
But Jason said
And then ended
Lemur
up getting
needs to
out.
sober up and stop smoking drugs.
And now because of these people, he is now homeless.
No,
Whoever said that needs
Wandering
to
the
suck a
streets daily.
cock.
I think so too. I
And
agree.
you know what's sad? This kind of behavior that these people do with the stealing my shit and making me look like shit. This is the kind of shit that YouTube fucking promotes. This is the kind of garbage that they allow. They allow people to get bullied. They allow people to get harassed, attacked, be made out to be something that they're not. And like I said, I do have a fan base,
Shut the fuck up.
but every time a fan stands up for me, they end up getting attacked.
There's nothing in there. It's empty.
Yo, just bitch.
And what I don't understand is how
Cyrax
the
has
fuck
done raged
can
himself out of
YouTube
drinking all
sit
the
there
water.
and allow this kind
Can't
of
take
fucking
much more.
behavior to go on. What's it gonna fucking take for YouTube to step up and do something about these people?
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'll be honest, I'm tired of just sitting here, wasting my life away, not being able to get my job back, not being able to do what I love, not being able to fucking better myself.
Oh, shut the fuck
Because
up.
these evil demonic people that I deal with, a lot of them have openly admitted they don't want to see me do better. They want to see me homeless or dead in a grave. They have openly admitted this several times. Why? Because they're sick and twisted.
I swear to
and
God,
fucking
Cyrax looks
insane.
like the skeletal remains when you open up a coffin,
These people
and
are
all
not
their hair was
normal.
receded back into
They
their
are
head.
very
You know, their
sick and
fingernails are
very
really
fucking
protruded out.
disturbed.
Everything looks all decrepit and drained in. You know, that is exactly what Cyrax looks
But
like,
yet,
except he's actually got a
YouTube and
little bit of
social
skin on
media
him.
Don't do anything
And,
fucking about any
You know, if
of
his
it.
eyes weren't looking in different
Why?
directions, you would
Because
almost think he doesn't
drama
have eyes, because all you can see is
fucking
white if you just look at a certain angle.
Kind of looks like a
If you
fish.
ask me, that shit needs to be shut down. Because I'll be honest, I want to be better. I want to do better. I want to have a future for myself. And I know what everybody's thinking. Oh,
Hear me out on this. I heard they're remaking the Wrong Turn movies. Chance should audition. He would get a role without a doubt. He could get hundreds to thousands of pennies.
He needs to audition as
Just
Smeagol.
ignored it.
The way Cyrax stands up there and does his WWE promos, he could probably do well in an audition. At least I think so.
He is very
I'd
theatrical.
watch it.
He's a theater kid at heart.
Oh.
You can tell for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he is. I mean, look at him in his Rick and Morty shirt with his non-existent chin, a hairline receding faster than Keemstar's.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
And it'll go away. No, the fuck it won't go away. Believe me, I've tried ignoring it. Because last year, I ended up getting arrested and I ended up going in and out of court from freaking June all the way up to October of last year. And let me tell you something. That whole time that I was not on YouTube and I ignored it and I did other shit like hang out with my friends and work on my artwork
What friends?
and work on my music and game out with my friends,
People pretending to be
What happened?
12-year-old girls online.
they still proceeded
Or
to
boys.
attack me
Come on, we
in
can't
real
forget about Blind
fucking
Billy.
life.
Mm-hmm.
Real fucking life, they proceeded to attack me. And then in December of last year, what did they do? One of them took a fucking brick and threw it through the windshield of my mom's car to where we had to pay over $1,000 out of pocket and dip into our Christmas money.
I want you guys to know, Cyrax wasn't even that upset about the car getting bricked. I was expecting one of the biggest freakouts from Chance Wilkins I had ever heard in my life, but no. He just simply sit there and talked about it. The worst thing about it, he thought, was when he got egged in the process of it. Some kids were driving down Akron, watching them pick up the shattered remains of Sally's windshield, and just starts egging both of them. Now, do I think it was the same people who smashed the brick through the windshield? Possibly so, but I also like to think that Cyrax is like the local legend, like the kids talk about in high school. So whenever they like drive through Akron, they're always looking for him. Like, is he real? And they finally seen him, and they just like, man, we gotta do something to this freak, this weirdo, this urban legend. So they just start egging him and Sally.
A rare
And I think
Cyrax
Sally
sighting.
probably told him too that it cost $1,000 to get their windshield fixed because the only way you're looking to pay around that much is if you drive a damn semi truck, and even then, it ain't gonna be no $1,000. Windshields ain't that fucking expensive.
She just didn't have enough money to pay for his new racing rig and didn't have the heart to tell him.
What do you mean the heart? More like she was afraid she was gonna get
Cyrax?
punched.
Well, Cyrax has never punched Sally. He just about choked her unconscious. That's why Ed had to come along. Sally needed a defender. You know, she only has little dogs and a broom at her defense. She wouldn't last much longer, especially if Cyrax wanted to go to somewhere more realistic, like maybe Columbus, Ohio. He'd be more dead on to go, especially if someone was like saying there was a child up there. Because he would definitely run up there and choke Sally out just to get the keys, maybe.
See, I don't really think Chance knows how to drive. I think he just assumes Sally gets in the car, it goes beep beep, and he goes bye bye.
Oh yeah, this guy has no sense of anything.
Other than himself. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, he's got his little YouTube manifestos.
Christmas money just to replace the
Exactly.
windshield in real life to my family and to other people. Every day I wake up wondering, when is this all going to end? When is this all going to get better? When is this shit going to stop?
Oh yeah,
people
right,
are trying-
Cyrax. Yeah,
That's
right.
why. It's the pattern.
that they are more than willing to do. And you know what that pattern is? My biological father. They saw that he was related to me. They got him
pedophile
fired for
who
his
has a job.
For that alone. One of my best friends and moderators for my channel, who is pretty much like my little brother Brendan.
We might need to check in on Brendan.
My best friend Brendan, who was like a little brother to me, who sadly
Yikes.
is no longer with us, lost his job because of these very same people.
It really is Misty Day.
you know
You would
what's
think
funny?
they'd take something like this way more serious.
Neither one of
Since
them
he does it
told
repeatedly.
anybody
Like, I mean, there's no
about where they
ifs,
fucking
ands, or
worked.
buts about it. Cyrax
Not
Uh,
loves
one
children. He's a
soul. I didn't even know
hedophile,
where
admittedly.
Brendan worked.
So somebody in chat just pointed
I
something
didn't
out, by
even
the way.
know where he
Nature
worked.
does not produce obnoxiousness like this. He was produced
my
by
question
Sally's
to you is
nurturing,
this.
and that's the
How
honest
long
truth.
would it
She
be?
coddles him.
Like, let's say I did get a real job here, for prime example.
Yeah, he
Let's say
definitely
I got
needed a
job at
couple
McDonald's, right?
smacks on the
Just
wrist.
prime example.
Couple
Let's
different
say
times.
that did happen.
Or
How
upside
long
the
would it
head,
be
you know?
before
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
you can
call
really
up there
tell.
to get me fired.
You
How
can
long
really tell
would
how
it be
bad he
before
was
they start
coddled during
calling up
the
there every fucking
during the
day
stylist
and ringing
incident
my
when
boss
Sally
until I
popped
got
into his
fucking
room and was
fired?
like, "Chance, stop
How
that."
long would it
She
be?
had seen him like threaten suicide like that so many times. I bet he wanted to be unalive.
Not very
I bet he
long,
was
I can
screeching
tell
that
you that.
plenty throughout his childhood.
And you
When
wanna
he
know
didn't
why
want to
they
go
would do it?
somewhere, he probably did
Because they
something
think
like
it's
that.
funny.
When she wanted him to go to school, he probably did something like that with the stylist
They
or
think
something
that
more
it's
dramatic.
funny
And it just
to
continued
fuck with
on
people's
and
lives.
on and
They
on.
think it's
And now he's
funny
in his
to hurt
30s still
people.
doing things
They
like
think it's
this when he
funny
gets
to
pressed.
bully people.
It's just really embarrassing.
I mean, hey, you
Hey,
never know.
upload it to
I
the internet makes it
personally,
even better.
I think Chance
And you
just
know what's
likes putting
sad?
stuff
I
up
have
his ass.
so many people that want to see me do good.
Yeah, that's a common locale
I have
trait.
so many people
Yeah.
that would love to see me succeed, that would love to see me do good. But unfortunately,
Alright, I think he's
as of
just going to
right now,
repeat himself from this point on.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
don't get
Yeah.
Alright.
Once he
Yeah,
once
at
he
this
makes
point,
a point, he kind of rambles on.
yeah, Cyrax, he has a real talent for that. You know, when King Cobra starts looping, it's about the same thing literally over and over again. Like lettuce, pickles, extra pickles, some onions. Cyrax, when he loops, he's got a whole monologue planned in his head. But when he finishes it, he gets so angry at the end of it. He's like, I gotta start again. I gotta really make my point because I don't think I came across that clear. And then he channels the spirit of Hulk Hogan, channels the spirit of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and delivers a performance similar to someone like Fandango. He sits up there and just holds the mic with the passion, marching around his room.
He's showing the trolls, man. Oh, that's what he's doing. He's showing us. He's showing us he's a real jackass, but he's showing us something. At least it ain't his dick.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Let's see.
So before we start this video, everybody, what I was wanting to talk about in this, the reason we're even talking about Null or King Cobra is really because Null, she's a sicko, tubes. She's been accused. Now, we don't know if it's true or not, but literally the accusation just screams psychotic meth head chick, which is the embodiment of Null. You know, she's literally the woman, the bag lady you see on the corner of the street. You're thinking, please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. But then she approaches you and has like just spitting out word garbage because she has nothing real to say. She's just out of her mind talking. You know, that's Null. So Null was in a Best Buy. She was working at a Best Buy in 2016. And in 2016, this woman and her daughter went in there and they seen her. They were like, oh my God, that's the same woman who posted you for sale online. Apparently, the accusation is that Null posted this woman's daughter online for money. Now, potentially, there's like two reasons I could think of why she would do this if she did. It would be because this child somehow angered Null to the point that she wanted some revenge on her. She wanted to get back, and she was going to get a little meth head, get some money out of it too at the end of the day. So she posts her. Or two, Just like when she figured out King Cobra, and there's like quotation marks, Chinchilla Nation and everyone else, that Josh had a treasure fund in his house. She was searching up and down for it. You can't tell that woman that there's any money. So she probably thought maybe she could just post this girl online, get like $500 out of her, and sell her to the sickest person she could find. I bet if Cyrax had some money, she'd be selling it to a man named Chance Wilkin in Lloyd Street, Akron, Ohio. But, you know, that's just a potential theory. What do you guys think about all this? I know nothing good, but I just really want to hear your opinions on it.
I mean,
that's...
Who would have seen it coming? Who would have seen it coming? I think that she was a bunch of red flags. I mean, it's definitely, I didn't think it was going to be this intense, but I knew that like eventually things would like either culminate to like her leaving or something would come out about her. Because, I mean, come on, man. You can like just tell that she was a bad person by the way that even like compared to, you know, fucking King Cobra himself, Jessica was a bad individual. But I mean, you know, Cobra isn't that bad aside from being a drunk. So it's still pretty crazy to see her on live stream kind of freak out and you know, like insult him. It felt like surreal, you know.
No, I get that, man. It's definitely kind of a weird feeling. Oh, shit, my bad. Sorry. I made my point already.
No, you continue. Oh, well, you know, it's a really weird situation where you get to see the limits of Josh stretched to their maximum. King Cobra, he can't handle much, you know, his defiance disorder is always kicking in. That's why it's amazing that he can listen to Jessica for even a second, because you know his autistic rages are just right underneath him. He's about to explode any second. I mean, this girl's like invading his property. You know how much privacy means to Josh anymore. He just wants to kick back and get drunk in his chair and hope to God his lizard just pops out of nowhere like his imagination land on South Park.
Somebody just told me that Cyrax's biological dad is transgender. What's up with that? Anybody know anything on that?
Oh yeah, Cyrax is, yeah, he's like trying to be transgender or something.
Yeah.
The memes have been glorious, man. I'm surprised you hadn't seen any of them.
I did not hear about that. I haven't been into Cyrax lately, ever since he's been repeating so much stuff. You know, he needs somebody with him to like keep like continuously changing the subject, because if not, he's just gonna keep going on and on about the same shit if he's just alone in a room with the camera.
Oh yeah.
Cyrax, just like in high school to this day, he still needs a special guide to help him out in life. Alright, so we can start with this video. King Cobra is on the phone with Courtney. Courtney is one of like the lolcow herders. She like brings in these dude lolcows who are just desperate for women attention. I sounded like Crystal. Sorry, I've been watching her stuff. Some women's attention. And Crystal, she fills in the role perfectly. So King Cobra calls and talks to her. Well, this absolutely infuriates Jessica, because no, you know how she is. She wants King Cobra all to herself, because if she loses this cash cow, it's game over for her. She's got to move back in with her parents, guys. Her parents, who let her live there for free and run up their their water bill. She's taking 7-hour showers, not even baths. She's in the shower for several hours at a time. It's absolutely, it's insane the amount of insanity this woman can pack into one being.
Oh, I agree with that, man. All right, now I'll get the video going. Sorry about that.
Breathe heavy, Jessica. Listen, we'll just breathe heavy. It'll just be like me and you just tussling in the fucking street together. I'll like, I'm like, Jessica, I just gotta take a break. I need to get a Newport.
Like, if you want to talk to her when I'm not on camera with you, that's your choice. But, like, I'd rather not have her on panel with me right now.
Yeah. Cobra Angel RU says, Courtney, did you hear the audio of their last fight? That is some messed up shit. There's audio of your last fight?
Because one of my fucking fans called me and Jessica answered my phone and she was drunk. That's pretty much how that went.
Okay.
And I asked her, why the fuck are you answering my phone? I don't go through your phone without permission. Like, I'm trying to be a solid boyfriend to her.
Okay.
And she's so used to, like, being abused and treated like shit that, like, and that's the thing of it, I've come to realize is that the people you date create your dating behavior patterns to a point. And that's nothing against Jessica by any stretch of the imagination. But, like, when you're used to being treated like shit on the dating scene, you're going to act a certain way because, like, mentally, you feel like you don't deserve it.
Okay, but I just want her to be a good girl to you. Like, she's good to you? Like, she's good?
I'm not complaining. Like, okay, so I got kicked out of my apartment. That wasn't her fault. That was my troll's fault.
Okay, why was it your troll's fault? Because they called and they were...
In the apartment complex I've lived at for the last 6 years, non-fucking stop, leaving shitty reviews on Google Review.
Okay, but, like, they've been doing that for a long time, too. You know what I mean? Like, it's been okay for a long time.
Well, it just came to a head is what it is.
Jessica said that he's in a legitimate danger, legally, physically, mentally, with her in his life.
Well, that's your opinion. You know, I don't tell you who to fucking date.
I appreciate you fucking standing up for her, dude.
A lot in common. Fucking Let It Be by the Beatles.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you standing up for her, but I'm just saying that this is somebody that's watched her for a while that is forming an opinion. And again, the internet, Josh, people will form opinions upon people from afar.
That's what I'm saying, Courtney.
Hmm?
Is I don't know Jessica well, but
my God, Cobra is sloshed in this.
Down and be like, you know what? If me
I mean, look at this peanut head anymore. Like, he's a lemur. LNN, like, look at that thing. It is completely swelled up to a size that I can't even believe. I mean, at the start, when I started watching Cobra, I mean, his head was already starting to morph. But at this point, there's just nothing but a solid layer of fat around this peanut head. Or it was just he's a little bit skinnier. But now, ever since he's been drinking that mead, that high sugar content, and it seems like all he's doing anymore is just getting drunk and making food hacks. It's caught in this permanent loop of his. I think it's going to speed up his death faster than anyone. He might go before Only Use Me Blade if he keeps this up.
It's all fermenting inside his body and causing him to bloat. That's why it looks like that. He's blown up like a balloon, all that mead and the food hacks. It's all blending together and it just turns into gas. And look at him. It blows up like a balloon.
Man, you know,
yeah, he's one spicy food hack away from popping like a balloon.
Man, I personally think Cobra smokes a lot of weed, and the reason being is sometimes when I'm baked and I'm looking at those food hacks, I'm sitting there thinking, don't look half bad.
I smoke too, and I've never thought that.
Which one, the Bug-Rito or the... Yeah, me neither. The Bug-Rito, or was it the puree crab legs that really got your appetite going?
You know, man, it's neither of those. It's when he does like the weird shit, when he puts like Doritos and shit on burgers. It's like, man, you know, that don't actually sound half bad.
Well, yeah, that's like basic. But what about like the chocolate baconator? How do you feel about that?
Oh, God, no. Look, I love the whole salty and sweet combination, but like, what the fuck, man? That was foul. All right, the more basic
Josh
food
is like this one kid in school. We used to pay prices. We used to pay him money just to eat weird things in his lunch. You know, oh, we got some watermelon and hamburger today. We'll put that watermelon on your hamburger and let's see what happens. And King Cobra has just took this to a whole nother level. That is because he's the king. You know, I can't take that away from him. He always does it bigger and better. But that's what I think about when King Cobra's making these insane food combinations.
Man, that's fair, you know, and like, look, there's some weird ass food combinations out there that it's like, how the fuck can you eat that? especially where Cobra's involved, because half the time when he does like the really bad ones, I'm thinking, man, you've got to have indigestion just 24 hours, 7 days a week. There ain't no way that man's living in comfort.
King Cobra's green camo pants that he walks around in were originally white church pants. He just doesn't go to the bathroom anymore.
Just fused at this point.
You can go ahead
He
and
says
continue
that
the
it
video.
was partially her fault, though. How was it her fault, Peace? Heretic says that it was because she was screaming like a banshee. Was she yelling in your apartment, dude? She flooded the washing room?
Yeah, she was yelling and stomping, but I don't want to get into that.
Don't talk about it then. Don't talk about it. I've had people, Josh, that messaged me on Facebook telling me that I need to save Josh. I need to save Josh. You need to get involved and save Josh. I'm like, dude, I don't even know who this girl is. I'm not come on here and fucking save Josh. I have no idea. I have no clue who she is, dude. Remember Chaz, dude? That's like, it's like Chaz times 1,000, where people are like, this is a bad person. She can't talk to him. She's a bad influence, dude. You're a grown man.
People form their own fucking opinions about Jessica based off of what everyone else has fucking said, and that's what's so toxic about the internet. Is you don't want to get to know the person, you know what I'm saying?
Granny, have her send it. Can she send it to you? You guys are fucking nuts. Jessica threatened Josh with a machete.
Seems like Josh
she threaten
doesn't
you
know
with
who
machete?
Jessica is. It's
No,
like
she
painfully
did not.
obvious
She
to
was
everyone
threatening
else
someone
but
else.
him.
Oh my god.
Because
You
people
guys-
like to
Well, I
fuck
mean, he's
with her
wasted half the
nonstop, like they
time.
like
Of
to
course,
fuck
he
with
doesn't
me,
see it.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the thing of it. I don't expect to have a supermodel, you know. I see what I look like. Jessica's always going off about how ugly she is, and I'm like, honey, I've seen worse looking women.
Ask Josh what he thinks about Now's cam videos. Does she have any cam vids?
Yeah, Jessica used to be a cam model, like a chatterbait type model. And honestly, I don't care. Everything
Oh
came
my.
out of it's a saga.
Yeah,
and it gets
I
so
seen that on
irritating at
on
a
the
point.
what's that
Lucky Lipper
site
with
called
Nick
with
Save.
all the locale forms
Tastes
on it?
just like Mountain Dew.
Kiwi Farms.
Kiwi
Farms. Yes.
Jessica loves great
Saw
cats.
that one time, and I was like,
No
nasty.
sponsor.
It was bad.
Jessica would be beating Josh if she's a cat. Why
You
do
know,
you
I
keep
have been
saying
fortunate
that?
enough
Is
to
she
completely
aggressive,
steer
Josh?
clear of that information. Null, as
You know, she's
as
not
a cam
aggressive.
girl,
Why do they
she
keep
must
saying
have
that?
she must have had to end that
I
career
had no
real
idea,
quick.
because when she
Whoever was
drunk, she
spending money
like
on her
pushing
was
me
telling
and
her to put her clothes back
smacking me
on
with
for
my-
sure.
Did you get into a fight, like physical?
This thing right here, the puff toy. No, we didn't get into a fight. We resolved it like mature adults.
Okay.
I
not
have
aggressive.
severe doubt about that.
Okay.
Like, what
With
are
the
you gonna
$8
call it?
machete, you know, that's how you
gonna
saw things like
define
adults.
aggressive? Like this.
I mean,
versus-
man, look, if we're
You know what I'm
solving things
saying?
like adults that way, I got a
No.
9mm just in the bedroom.
People don't know the whole story. They don't need to know the whole story.
Does Jessica smoke butts? Does she smoke cigarettes?
No, she doesn't. But when she gets drunk enough and she's in the mood, I watched her smoke a cigarette with me before.
She did.
Yeah,
I
but
watched her
she's
smoke
not.
a cigarette
She'll
with
smoke
me. I don't
cloves,
think I've ever heard
cigarettes
it
on
said
occasion.
like that before in my life.
Which that doesn't bother me in the slightest.
All right, hold on. Jessica Messica. Hold on. I saw Jessica Messica. Courtney, check your most recent email. Okay. I'm on my stuff. I never painted Jessica Messica as somebody who just dumps fucking like lies on the internet and shit like that. And I feel like that she has like a bit of a gauge to be like, she's not like the normal girl world person. I don't want you, Josh, to take offense towards these ladies that are worried about you. They could be
I'm
ladies
not
that,
offended. I appreciate that everyone cares about me.
that's what I'm saying. Like, these are like ladies that have either watched you or recently came into the community and they're like, you know what? I don't fucking feel so good about this and whatever.
So they had six. That's the thing of it. They had 6 years to make their move. Jessica was the one that made the move.
I know, but I'm saying it's not even like they make him real. Like maybe like Jessica Messica, I don't know. she's just looking out for you. I don't know. I don't think she
the
has
whole
bad
story
intentions.
between Jessica, my girlfriend Jessica. So
Pumpkin
What?
fishing. If I seen that, I might have to
don't
Dead
wanna get
Space
into
2 my
it.
eyeballs
I
out,
know.
bro.
I don't wanna get into that.
I don't know if I want
Whole
to see that
timeline.
much of her, homie.
For sure.
I pray
But
for
what
you,
I'm
dude. At the
saying,
end of
though,
the
is
day.
that too, Josh.
And
like,
yo, it's crispy.
Jessica, 'cause
Cobes
I'm
isn't
dating
packing
her.
that stuff
That's
up
just how it
until the
is.
very end
maybe
when,
you could get
when
Jessica
Clint is
Messica
absolutely forced
and
to
your
come get it.
Jessica
100%.
to like talk, and like maybe she can
That's
understand.
probably not gonna happen, and I don't want to like force that or
You
like
shouldn't. I know.
Jessica.
What I want to know
like,
is,
gets her out of her comfort zone.
has
and
Josh
it's not
figured
gonna
out new
happen.
arrangements yet?
Nell already said she was taking Cobe's clock tower money. Shut up.
I think the
Pat.
real
No,
question
she's
is
not,
Clint figured
dude.
out new
What
arrangements
do y'all
yet?
think? You
And
guys
I
have some weird intentions.
don't
that you
think he
that
has.
make
I
him
mean, we haven't
laugh, and he's
heard
trying to
nothing
take
of it.
Josh's money.
Because, you know, Josh,
Or
he probably
trying to
just
find
be
a
in a
new
brain
home
loop
to
one
live
day
in.
after getting
Or
yelled
trying
at
to
by
get out of a
Clint.
situation.
You know he's going to
doing
have a
anything.
arms
She's
crossed
not
pout
taking
stream
anything.
where he's just
She's
talking about
trying
how
to
upset
find
he is with his
herself. She's
dad.
been
And then
abused
he's
her
going to
entire
accidentally
life
say it's
mentally
a new apartment
and
complex's name or
at
something
times
like that.
physically,
Or something within the
and she's
vicinity
just
of it.
trying to find herself and do her thing. Like
I mean,
we
it
all
could
are.
also end up being
And
the
that's
case
why
that he has to
we
move back in with
face
his dad.
mental challenges.
Josh, did she pee in a cardboard box? What are they saying?
Clint will never
She
allow that
did do
again.
that when she was
Every,
really drunk.
every
and
other
hanging out
time
in the
Clint
attic,
sees
and
him,
she
he's either
didn't wanna,
kicking him
like,
out of
go
the house or
downstairs
putting
to
him in
use
a
the toilet.
headlock. He's not
But I'm
he's
like,
not
you know
moving
what?
in with Clint.
She ain't hurt nobody.
Let
She's
me
doing her
dream, damn
thing.
it. I want to see an ass
Don't leave
whooping.
her alone.
You know, like they're looking.
We
out
would
for
see the
you,
first
and they're-
Yeah,
Lolcow
I
Royal Rumble
appreciate that people
live
are
on
overly
King Cobra's
protective
stream.
of me, to be honest. It shows that I got people in my life.
Hey, there's an idea though. We should try to set up a local fighting deal. Winner takes all. Fucking, you know, start out with Christian versus let's see about him going up against Earl Doobie, and then we can get Chance and Daniel to throw down. I mean, if there's money involved, Chance might pull out some fucking Karate Kid shit.
Who
That
knows
sounds
what Cobra
entertaining.
will do, but
I'd watch
Yeah,
that.
because he was definitely not down. He wasn't down to shoot. Sorry, what was that, Lemur? My bad, homie.
Oh, you're good. I just said I'd watch that. That sounds pretty entertaining.
For real.
Oh well, shoot, Cobra. He would be hard to get to do anything, because Sam Howe had offered him like what, a lifetime supply of cigarettes just to come down to the fish tank for just a few months, probably in a few weeks, and he wasn't going to do it. He's too scared to. King Cobra, he doesn't like getting out of his comfort zone, which is why being around Null like really surprised me. And I also heard some other funny things about King Cobra. It's normally against his character, and for someone who didn't like Warlord touching him at all, what I heard about him was just absolutely amazing. Did you guys hear anything about what I'm hinting at? Possibly, maybe.
No, I can't say that I have.
Not me. I haven't heard nothing.
Oh, okay. So I just happened to come across the information that Null is claiming that Josh is into fisting and stuff like that. So Josh, him and Warlord might have had a closer relationship than first imagined. Because, you know, way back in the day, I had heard that there was this clip floating around the internet where Warlord is talking to Josh and he's like, you remember that time we tried and it just wouldn't get up for you? And he was like, nah, shut up about a Warlord. And, you know, they stopped talking about it. So I never seen the clip, but the way the person was talking about it, you know, there was a lot of passion there. So I kind of believe them. I think it's possible that the 6-year dry spell only extended to women. You know, other people, like, you know, Warlord, he hadn't converted over to Sasha just yet. So he didn't count at the time.
Hey man, it don't count if it's only a fist.
Unlike my YouTube trolls who have nobody and their life sucks, and then on top of that, the person they hate has all the things they wish they had,
Yep.
and that's why they attack me for it.
Gia says that, does Cobra want to have a child with Jessica? You paused.
I paused.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did.
Joshua Face Wonders. Do you want to have babies?
No, I don't want to have babies.
Oh, is it still cutting out, Top
I
Hat?
don't want to start
See
a
if we
family
can
until I
fix
build
that.
my clock tower.
One more time, bud. I didn't hear you.
Oh, Cyan Top Hat saying there's some lag on the stream. You want to duck the quality down just a tad bit, so maybe it'll run just a tad bit smoother. Sorry about that, Cyan Top Hat.
No, Science Top Hat. Fuck you, man. We're gonna enhance that bit rate. Here we go. Is that good enough for you, Mr. fucking Top Hat? I got you guys. Hold on. Sorry, couldn't resist goofing with you a little bit, man.
Dream.
Okay, what
Clint has a navel ring. He seems like the exact guy who would have a
I'm
navel
getting
ring.
a call from Jessica.
I've
Go ahead,
never
go ahead.
understood navel
I
rings,
hate
man.
seeing animal. Oh, hold on. Somebody just said that. Animal abuser. You guys, if you.
And fuck the trolls. I'm not answering any more questions about Jessica.
All right, so let me ask you this, and maybe it'll be the last thing that incorporates Jessica. So, do you feel? Oh God, I can't read these comments, Josh. Do you think that you're not settling, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not.
No, I'm not settling. I haven't had a girlfriend in 6 years. It's not about settling. It's just about dating and seeing where it goes. You know, if anyone else in my position, they would understand. So, like, you have no idea what it's like to crave cuddling a female that's of age, alive, cisgendered, non-related, etc. Fuck sickos. And then you don't get it for 6 fucking years. Knowing that the YouTube trolls
Thank you,
will
Top
just
Hat.
scare off every chick that you try to date.
No
So
reason to
you
be
hope
sorry.
for the
We
next
appreciate
one that
it.
doesn't get scared off. And I'm not saying she will get scared off. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, Top
That's
Hat. I was
my
just teasing you, bud.
perspective.
No hard feelings.
People
Let me
are
know if there's
sick
any
of
more lag,
fucking
all right,
getting
everyone?
kicked out of my flats and fucking scaring off chicks that I try to hang with. And it's stupid because they don't have their own flats and they can't get girlfriends. They spend all day hating Cobra.
Oh my God. So, do you think at any point, Josh, though, that you and Jessica hung out like a long time together, though? You were with each other a long time. You're super
Oh
defensive.
God, I think
though,
Courtney,
about,
she's just
her
droning on and
behavior
on
by saying
at this point. She knows she's got King Cobra on her stream, and she is just milking this. She's done finished her Newports, and she's done drugged the stream back inside. I think that's
Okay.
probably about
And
enough for this
I
one.
guarantee you, Jessica
Before we start
doesn't abuse her
looping
cats.
like King
The people-
Cobra does. My God.
What's up, Dr. Thorne? How you doing?
There we go. Oh, fuck
All
my
right,
bit.
so what was the Daniel Larson videos that we was gonna watch today, Leap and Lemur? Because I know Daniel Larson, he's been up to stuff. He's been juking IHOP bills. He's probably been punching people. Who knows? I mean, I know he's been dealing with court here recently. Is there anything else Daniel Larson is up for?
Well, this week, Daniel Larson ended up getting poisoned. I don't know. Did you guys? Well, first, let's start off with the freak out. Did you guys hear about the meltdown?
Which one?
No, I didn't hear anything about the meltdown.
You did not
All
hear-
I seen was he was having dinner with some weirdo.
Okay, so the meltdown happened before that, right? So the meltdown was Daniel basically screaming about how he wanted to, and listen, I don't know how to like word this where it's not like, you know, like not an advertiser friendly, but he screamed some stuff about the FBI, about wanting to like kill people. He made a lot of threats, and it was on a windy day, a very windy day, in a live stream. And then he started off by like making this video where he said Daniel Larson's message to the FBI. In that video, he drones on about how he's gonna sue the FBI for false incrimination. That led up to that live stream, and then he was kind of just fucking around in Colorado for a while until, you know, doing his like dine and dashing shit, and then that's how you seen that picture of a friend paying for his meal. It was basically just him dining and dashing, and I guess somebody felt bad and they were like, fuck it, I'll pay for your shit. So he had a little bit of a wild week, but it died out. It died out quick.
Well, you know, Daniel Larson, I think every week is a wild week because he's in the open every single day. You know, you can always catch a wild Daniel Larson wandering around if you just happen to have him on TikTok or whatever else he's on. So you can just click on it and see, oh, yeah, I guess Daniel Larson's at the local Panera Bread threatening the Mythbuster man at the coffee shop down the road too. So I guess I'll just walk up there and make fun of Daniel a little bit. And it's always going to lead to some kind of rage or freak out. And it's not like he doesn't put himself in those situations as well. I mean, when you're dining and dashing has got to be uncomfortable, especially when you probably done hit up the place 4 or 5 times, and the waitress knows she's not getting any tip as she brings you your rabbit food and your strawberries. And yeah, it's just, I don't know how you could do it so many times and just not feel bad about it at all, and have the audacity to walk back into the same place and pretend to apologize like you even care in the first place.
And I guess he's got a new account too. Somebody was telling me recently, it's like Daniel Larson's monitored account. It's something very long about how the account's monitored by his parole officer. Let me see if I can find it. Monitored account. Let me see. There we go. I actually had somebody send me a link. Yeah, I got it, Matthew. I actually had somebody send me, or not a link, sorry, a screenshot of Linda Binda in a Discord saying that supposedly it wasn't her Discord, it was a fan-made Discord, but it sounded like she was just dodging the whole thing. Should I just use my Daniel Larson videos? Because I can't find a re-upload on YouTube of his freakout. Oh no. Alright.
Go ahead with Jupiter's sister's interview, unless you guys want to sit there and look at Jupiter staring directly into your soul a little bit more.
Man, yeah, man.
What a look.
Look at them.
What a look.
Look at them titties, though. You know, God, I hate what I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, you can get some milk out of those.
That's right, Ray. Never trust the buddy trolls.
But now we're here again because there's some things that Kia wants to talk more about.
I guess the first thing is everybody's wondering the big question, why aren't the police doing anything? Where he's at, he is currently in a place charging him is that there's nobody coming forward that says, yes, I was a minor.
You know, trying to encourage them to come forward. But there are some things that they're scared about, obviously, because it's hard being a kid and knowing that this happened and not knowing whether or not you should step forward and come clean about what's happened. So that's the process that we're in right now. Let me say, yes, the Nampa police are keeping an eye on him. They are. He's not allowed to leave Idaho. The one thing that irks me about the police, this past month I called them 12 times, left some voicemail messages, and I haven't got one response. And what irks me about that is,
What's up, Dr.
I
Thorne? How you doing,
got a
homie?
message from this woman that was pretending to be a reporter.
Oh, you got scotch?
Only
Oh,
called
that's a
that
good
police
deal
station
right
one
there.
time and got an answer because she was claiming to be a reporter. And the detective on that case, he basically spilled his guts to this reporter. And, you know, I heard a lot. I heard that he went to go meet with Corbin. They sat down and basically said that Corbin is not someone that people should be scared of.
Can you
That's what
pause it for a
that
second, Ellen?
police officer thinks. He said that they sat down.
No, how dare you ask such a reasonable thing?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't know what's reasonable anymore. If a cop can look at Corbin, I mean, look at him just one time and think for just 1 second that this dude isn't a danger, he had to look at all of the internet videos on this dude. Whatever he was going by, Shadow Blade or Jupiter, he had to have seen that stuff, and he had to be thinking to himself, this is one of the strangest guys I've ever had to see in my life. Not only that, he's talking about, hey, I'm gonna hide bodies somewhere in Idaho or wherever the heck he's from. And that guy, for 1 second, didn't think there might be something wrong with this guy. It's like the reverse John Gacy. The reverse John Gacy. He's like, you see John Gacy, and you're like, that guy right there, he might be innocent. There's no way he could do something wrong. He's an upstanding citizen. And then you got this sheriff who looks at Jupiter, one of the least upstanding citizens I've ever seen in my life. You can tell he's been up to no good his entire existence. He just looks like a degenerate. You see the way he wears his pajama pants? No good has ever came from a man wearing pajama pants like that. That's basically Predator 101. How to attract children, or at least scare them away from you. That's the one good thing predators have going for them. They got that gene that just says, children, stay far away from me. I have no style, I've never had any friends, and I'm absolutely repulsive. That's the only thing we can thank God for. But apparently this sheriff has just never seen someone like that before. It's kind of blows my mind.
No, I mean, that's fair. And I mean, look, I'm with you, man. I want to give Linda benefit of the doubt on this, but where people like her are involved, it really is hard to give them that benefit of the doubt because of the fact that, well, we see who she hangs out with.
Oh, well, I don't even know. I don't watch too much Linda Binda, but she does surround herself with many more strange characters other than just Jupiter. I mean, I wanted to watch some of her videos where she also encountered another wolfman vampire, but I was like, yeah, it's not Jupiter. I'm not very interested. And, Linda Binda, I mean, she doesn't look like she's too strange of an individual, but there's some qualities about her that I could see, like, pop out and potentially be dangerous at the end of the day. I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion on it. You can continue the video, homie.
Hey, no, man, that, it's your opinion. You're more than welcome to it. That's a great thing about that there free will. You can, I don't fucking know, I had a joke.
I'm together, and you couldn't even imagine Corbin walking up a flight of stairs. Which, I mean, is a very interesting visual. Like, imagine like a walrus flopping up some stairs. That's how I imagine Corbin. But yeah, so police have not contacted me. I have so much evidence to give them, but there needs to be a two-way communication street. I don't know why they're sitting and talking to fake reporters. So that's what's been going on with the police. They're keeping an eye on him. Like
Donnie, I'm trying to be
Let me just say
nice. Come
something
on
else.
now.
To anybody
Somebody
that
told me Linda is a
thinks it's good
groomer.
idea,
Don't give her
that
a
thinks it's
platform.
funny to get into contact with Corbin.
All right, Purple Peak. I'd imagine
I don't
Lemur's back up
understand
and
how your
running
brain
now.
works.
Yeah,
You've seen all
I'm
these
back.
videos, all these
Figured it out.
messages of him.
Oh, no, guys, Lemur's stream is down. Y'all should come over here.
Continue to decide to engage in a conversation with him.
Too late.
I think
fixed
that
it. Too
shows
late.
how
You missed your
little
chance.
you think
You missed your
Damn.
chance.
of yourself and people around you.
You pulled a
Because,
Cyrax. You tried to start at the finish line.
Even if the police thinks he's not dangerous.
Man, that fucking
Kia
dab
here
about
has
took
dealt with
me
him for
out. I'm
many
still
years, and she thinks
recovering.
He's dangerous. So who are you gonna trust? The opinion of a police officer or the opinion of his sister?
It's interesting how someone can manipulate their illness. It's different when you have a disability, a sickness in your head, and not just in your head, in your genes, and you use that to manipulate those people around you. There's a difference. That's just my frustration with it, because that's how that's been my entire life.
Because he says he has autism and ADHD, but I know a lot of people with autism and ADHD that don't dream about touching children.
Under Idaho law, he can't use his disability to hide behind.
The only thing we're waiting on, basically, is
people to come forward.
Yes. I've seen comments of people saying, well, it's the minor's fault for DMing Kim, knowing that he's this public figure, I guess. But, it's really not. I think the adult on the other side of the phone should, whether or not he has ADHD or autism, should understand that that's not okay. And I've tried explaining that to him multiple times, but he doesn't get it. I'm going through some of the comments on our last video right now, and I just want to read some of those to you. One of the things that you said struck a chord with someone.
Skip forward about
You said in the last
2
video,
minutes,
I'm
I
okay
think.
with what happened to me, as long as it doesn't happen
Got
to
you.
someone else.
That is
You are so brave. You are so strong. Even if you don't know it, you are. Because it takes courage to live your story, but also spread your story. So I commend you for that.
Linda Binda was just trying to hype her
I
up
just
for a
wanted to
minute.
thank everybody else. I did go through and read all the comments.
Oh, another thing, guys, if you're watching this, please give Kia every single ounce of privacy that she deserves. She's a normal person. She's not a werewolf, vampire, dragon, unicorn, anything. So she's brave enough to show you her face. So don't try to mess with her or stalk her or anything like that.
I appreciate that, Linda. Thank you.
I also wanted to take the time to update you on what your brother's been doing. I haven't like said this online or anywhere. The first thing is someone got access to his Messenger account, and they were looking through his DMs. And the first thing that I saw was he is
Just some Cyrax stuff, Dr. Thorne. And Null been a
dating
predator
a
herself,
15-year-old
naked
from
and
the UK.
laughing.
Second thing is, he said that he wants to have children soon for 2 reasons. The first reason being he can populate the world with werepire cubs. The second reason being so that he can do things to the children that a father shouldn't do to children. So that's a little update on what he's been thinking. I also wanted to ask you, he's probably gonna watch this one day. If he's watching this, what would you say to him?
No matter what, whether it's blood or adoption, he's always going to be my brother. I don't condone the things he does, but I'm going to choose to stay away until he can prove to me that he's changed.
Do you think that will happen? Do you think he can change?
I think anyone can change if they put their mind to it. However, they have to want to change first. And I don't think he does.
Has he ever been prescribed to medicine?
Yes.
Do you think he's been taking it since I've known him?
He wasn't on medications when the last time I saw him.
So he's probably not on them now.
Probably not. However, I did see an incredible difference when he was on meds versus not on meds.
How do you feel about his residents enabling him to have internet, to talk to these people, to not? It's basically he's just living there under their roof, and they're just making sure he's alive. That's all they're doing.
I mean, they're required to, if he brings a minor to his home, to report it or whatever. But there's not really a whole lot they can do that wouldn't take away his
I'd hope
human
they'd
rights.
stop him at the very least. My God, not much they could do if he brings one. Just report it.
Who can take him out and put
Jesus.
him where he needs to be?
I don't know.
Honestly,
I mean,
though,
I've heard that there's a way that I could put him on. It's called a 5150. It's basically a mental health hold. They hold him for between 48 to 72 hours.
And they give him like a psychological evaluation.
Yeah. So mom was his guardian. Mom was his permanent guardian until she passed. And now the guardianship, you'd think it'd go to my dad, but my dad didn't want guardianship of him. Because my dad literally told my mom in the hospital while she was on her deathbed, Corbin is your kid. He's always been yours. And because you didn't discipline him the way you disciplined the rest of our kids, he is the way he is. And I'm not taking responsibility for him.
Yeah, so who's the guardian?
I do not know who the guardian is. So if something was going on like this, for example, like everything that's going on now, they would just call my mom and my mom would deal with it. Or we all know how her dealing with it was.
Yeah. Baby, stop this.
Drop
This is
the
not
video
you.
quality
You
just a
can't
tad
do
bit
that.
if you could. I don't know, it's lagging
That's
hard for
wrong.
me at this
You
point.
shouldn't do that.
oh, you're good, man. No problem. I'll put it on 480. Let's see how that does you.
Cool.
Yeah.
I remember so many times growing up, phone conversations between my mom, who was in the living room, and my brother, who was in a group home, of her just being like, Corbin, you can't do this. You'll get in trouble if you do.
Oh, and by the way, Kia is not single, so don't try hitting on her. She's not single.
No, I am taking bacon.
Yes.
Oh, do you want a cat update?
Sure, I'd love a cat update. Oh
You
my
can skip the
gosh,
cat
so
up there. Actually, you
cute.
can pause on the cat.
You're such a good
Cat can
cat
look at the
mother.
cat, if they want to.
Hey, fuck it. Yeah, there's a cat.
Because, like, there's a cat. But what's coming up next is way worse than the cat. Because I think what Jupiter's sister is about to talk about is the incident when Jupiter first got a hold of her. Now, I don't know if she's talking specifically about Jupiter or if it's the first incident that she dealt with her older brother that did the same thing. But since they're on the conversation of Jupiter, I'm pretty sure she's talking about him. It's absolutely despicable the things that Jupiter will just admit and has already done. He's been at this same stuff since he was a little kid, like since he was 14 years old. And he's not going to change. When he was roaming the hallways, pretending to be a little hacker nerd, walking around, probably trying to steal a few wallets out of some lockers, getting caught and thrown in ISS. This was the stuff that was on his mind, thinking about children and just how he's going to put his dominance over them. Oh, and getting obsessed with Twilight, of course. You can't forget that.
Yeah, that was a fucking weird one there. You want me to carry on with the video?
Oh, you can for sure.
Oh, all right.
Oh my gosh, so cute. You're such a good cat mother.
I try to be. He seems to think so. He's curled up right next to me on the couch.
Well, is there anything you wanna say to my viewers?
Well, I just wanted to let any of those girls that had contact with him where he sent them inappropriate things or asked for inappropriate things, please come forward, because we can't do this on our own. Like, I know that it's scary, and this is coming from someone who's had this happen to me too. I know it's scary to go and tell your parents, hey, he's sending me bad pictures, or he's wanting me to do things that I'm uncomfortable with. Is this okay to say no to? Or it's scary to come forward and be like, yes, mom, dad, this person sent me a naughty picture, or this person's asking me to send him naughty pictures, and he was pressuring me into it, and I sent it, and now I regret it. It's very difficult to do that. And we can't do this on our own. As much as we want to, as much as I want to be like, oh, hun, come here, I'll give you a hug, we'll go buy some candy, or we'll go shopping, we'll go have a girls' day out. I can't do that as much as I'd like to. So if you know something, please call the Nampa Police Department. Let them know your name, what your social media
The movie.
was or is that you've had contact with him through. Because otherwise they have no victims, so they have no case, even though there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of video evidence sent to everybody over there. I know that me being his family, I could put him on a 5150. I just have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that he is unstable.
Yeah. Okay, well, I
On
think that's
top of
easy
all
to
of
do.
Yeah, I think so too.
Anything can help, except
Yep.
people watching this video trying to message him.
This is coming from someone who's dealt with him for 18 plus years. The more you egg him on, the more he's going to do. And I'm seeing patterns, and I'm just telling everybody this. I am seeing patterns, and this is why I'm coming forward with my story and doing my part in the police investigations and stuff. I'm seeing these patterns that I saw when I was a kid that led up to the many times that my life was almost ended.
If you see his social media out there, block him, report him, don't follow him. The more followers he has, the more of an ego he gets, and the more you're basically enabling him to keep on posting. He shouldn't be anywhere near a phone. He shouldn't be anywhere near a human. He should just be thinking about his actions in a small little room with maybe handcuffs behind his back.
The more that you guys don't
Hey, fellas, I'll be
listen
right back.
to
I gotta go use the restroom.
warnings, the faster that someone is going to get hurt or killed.
Yeah.
And that's a sad thing to say, being his sister. That's something a sister should never have to say about her brother. I dealt with that. My
He sure
entire
is
life.
3Ds. Yeah,
It was, what did you do to make
we're
him
just
angry?
lucky he
You
doesn't
egged him
have
on. You just
a
know how to
headset.
push his
You know?
buttons. No,
You might hear something
keeping him
unfortunate.
in that angry state is what causes him to believe that he has the right to hurt someone else.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's a very good manipulator. And he'll make you
Very.
think that he's doing these things because of his mental illnesses or because the devil told him to do it. But, you know, those are things that a crazy person says. And the fact that he's not locked up somewhere getting help, locked up somewhere, you know, getting tormented, you know, there's...
Or he's seen the title of the movie and he was like, that's really cool. I like that. I'm going to
Corbin
use it
uses
to
some of
describe
the same
myself.
tactics that
Since I
Junior
am one of the
used
9
on
sons of
us
the devil.
to keep us
And then
quiet.
Jupiter just went
And one
along
of
with his
those is,
life,
I can
thinking
hurt
that
you
he was
in
little
any
Nicky
way
all
that
over
I
again.
see fit.
And the world continued
And
on.
I can get away with it because nobody will believe you. And when you're told that enough, and I don't think people get this, if you're told that nobody will believe you and that you deserve everything that happened to you, if you're told that for long enough,
Sorry about that,
and told
fellas.
it
I'm back.
long enough, you're going to believe it, whether you
No problem, man.
think you will or not. It's something that you're told consistently and over and over and over and over and over until you believe it enough that you will do anything to keep that person in their right state of mind, even though they're never in their right state of mind.
It sucks that this is still happening. You know, I know Kia's tried her best to stop these things.
Alright, I think
I've
that's
tried my best
enough
to stop these
from this
things,
video.
but
We can pause it right here. I think Leapin' Lemur
it's
probably
really...
also has his videos ready for Daniel Larson. You can post those in the chat, homie, if you want to.
Yeah, I think I did earlier.
Nelanin, he can pull that up. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. So I guess you can look in there, Elanin. Oh my gosh, the Jupiter stuff. You know, it's also goes to show you how bad of a person he is. That not only is he like touching her, he's also threatening to murder her, probably after he does it. He's a real sick individual, especially when he's got like some kind of dominance over somebody, like his younger sister, that he can just take advantage of over and over and over again. And his mom's not going to do a single thing about it.
Yeah, Jupiter's crazy, man. So these are Daniel's newest videos. He started a new account and he's claiming that this new account was started because it's being monitored. It's his new monitored legal account. So he goes on to explain that. And as well as another thing, he schizo posts a lot, but we'll see if it dies down here now that it's a supposed monitored account.
I mean, personally, I hope it
Well,
doesn't.
Daniel Larson sure has a habit of posting just about anything that crosses his mind. I think he spends more time on YouTube, the YouTube community tab, than anyone else in history. But I don't know. There's a few people who could probably put him to shame, in all honesty.
He uses it almost like a diary. He just, whatever's in his mind, he'll just post it
Yeah,
on
it's
his
like his own
community.
personal Twitter account.
Exactly.
And the thing about it is, you know, I've been watching a lot of Cyraxology videos and stuff like that here recently. And, you know, they have a habit of posting their wrongdoings on like their Facebook and their Twitter and their Instagram and stuff like that. Well, Daniel Larson, he's like that to a schizo level. You know, any schizo action that he performs, like busting out a window or thinking Bob is cheating with Grace, you know. he just seems like those Cyrax people, just posting it all the time. He just can't help himself.
Hello everyone, please check out my new YouTube channel, Daniel Larson, monitored legal account on YouTube.
Here he says he got 3 nights at a hotel.
I got 3 nights in the Super 8 hotel through hotel vouchers. I will keep everybody updated.
All right, this is supposedly before his lunch got paid for by a friend, and he's asking to speak to the manager because he can't pay. He came back. This is him coming back after dining and dashing.
Yeah, this was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. What an awkward situation. I think the hostess is just happy that he's not anywhere close to a fire alarm, or that he knows there's one in the vicinity. Because, you know, if this went wrong, he's pulling that thing, having the cops come, and he's just going to stand there looking sassy. It's going to be like, he's going to look like Squilliam off Squidward, you know, thinking he's the man, waiting for the cops to come, and he knows he's in the right.
Everything okay?
Well, I got a call from a probation officer out of Boulder, and they are delaying my housing that I'm supposed to be receiving under probation for next week.
Okay.
And so it's kind of messing up my finances all of a sudden.
Okay.
I do want to pay, like no joke, but I can't do it today because I just got a call.
All right. Well, that's you could talk to her, but I think
Everything's
she's gonna understand, and she just really wanted to help you out too. Okay. So when she's done, she's gonna come over here and talk to you. All right. She's not gonna be upset with you at all.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am, yes. I actually am not.
This guy really asked for a picture.
As soon as I leave, I can, but I don't want to leak.
Can't believe people asked this guy for a picture.
Everything is secure.
I really think there's a misunderstanding with most people. They think they know Daniel Larson is, but I don't think they have a clue of who he is.
Little bits and pieces of my social
This was
media
pre-freak
try
out
to
here.
Incriminate me and try to press charges on me.
And then I think the
Because
next 2 videos you can
guys
probably
are
skip. We
trying
basically
to
explained
Can you
that.
duck the quality down a little bit,
things
Ellen?
that I've said and twist the entire story around. If anyone does that, there will be a massive, massive lawsuit. I am friends with Donald J. Trump, and when he's president, I will make sure that he takes down the feds. But I'm not going to sit here and play games where the feds are like, oh, you threatened us, you said this, you said that, when you don't even know the entire reason why. And you don't even know that I'm in danger every single fucking day. Because of my popularity, I get fucking attacked every single day. And you guys don't give 2 shits. So that's on you guys.
He just thinks he's the coolest thing walking the Colorado streets.
Yesterday was a dark day in the Daniel Larson universe, and if you watched the last update, you know why. But to bring others up to speed, Daniel has been interacting inappropriately with underage users on TikTok, as well as doing his usual bullshit, getting kicked out of places and playing the victim right after. Today, we see Daniel get sick with what he first describes as a stomach bug, being now morphed into a full-on assassination plot done by the restaurants he's dining and dashing at. In a YouTube short titled, "I got food poisoning last night and literally thought I was gonna die," Daniel is seen on a hospital bed.
Sorry, did y'all need me to pause it?
Well, basically, I already said what the video is. He thinks he got poisoned by somebody from Discord, and he goes on to make a bunch of community posts about it, and then also post a video of him from the hospital bed after getting sick. And that's basically the whole thing. He just thought he got poisoned. He made some big conspiracy after he got a stomach bug.
I feel like Daniel Larson and Tony Chase would get along.
Oh yeah, they're good schizos. They could talk about.
You know,
some
honestly,
games.
I don't think food poisoning would be too bad. for Daniel. You know, he could probably just pull the Wolf of Wall Street enema injection, and he could just clear out all of his insides. You know, with the toothbrush debacle, I don't think that'd be too out of his wheelhouse if he just tried something like that.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Looking like a mummified corpse. Look at him. And then he pans over to show everyone. Now, of course, this can't just be a simple sickness, and in Daniel's mind, it's some grand conspiracy, taking this as far as to state he threw up both stool and urine, which is both disgusting as fuck and completely impossible, at least from my knowledge, unless you're Cartman from South Park.
Well, Cartman, hold on. God, let a man crap.
Somebody also pointed out to me that this is in Colorado.
Cartman shoved food up his ass and now he's trying to crap out his mouth.
So it goes well.
Yeah, South Park takes place in Colorado. Yes, it does. You know, Daniel Larson is like a real life South Park character. He probably shuffles around similarly.
You guys watching, turn around. No, because you'll just crap out your butt and say it came out your mouth. Do you really think I'd be that deceitful, you guys? God damn it, you guys. Get the fuck out of here.
Daniel has been milking this shit relentlessly. In the morning writing I'm sick again, continuing the melodrama writing I have proof of what happened at Red Robin according to Jagger, the Discord leader. Daniel then goes on this huge paranoid rant, going as far as to say I believe someone from the Discord and subreddit tried to kill me last night. Here we go, folks. It's time for the assassination arc. And you know what they say, history repeats itself.
I'm going to now ask my care provider if I could get macaroni and cheese, but that's all we fucking have in this house. Holy fuck, my mouth is on fire. Holy fuck. I know why this tastes different.
Daniel looks like a hammerhead shark with that kind of haircut.
That's like sour as well. I want to see how much honey mustard they actually used. Most of it, you can see actually a little bit of a line how much.
That was the least schizo deduction Daniel Larson has ever made in his life.
But well, watch what he says at the end.
This probably only furthered his delusions.
And I never thought that I would be this angry to where I would be putting this fucking shit all over the fucking media.
He looks like his dream job is a Spider-Man villain.
And my girlfriend, and I'm not gonna put up with this. I think they added canola oil too, which is why it tastes so fucking bad.
Daniel then goes back to posting text conversations, posting this one from Tina that reads, Daniel, this is an emergency. Most of the restaurants in your area are trying to poison you because you've been dining and dashing. You need to be careful and only eat at select places and always pay. Do not go to the police. They can't help you. Good luck. Also posting this one that reads, Daniel, I'm very worried about you after what Grace did. Please do not believe the fakers saying they are me. Please confirm with Clark that this is my real official phone number, Tina. And that's where Daniel ends the night, talking to people pretending to be celebrities and thinking he was poisoned. Just be happy you're not him, because Daniel's at the lowest he's been, and it's only going down from here. Y'all, it's been a while since I've done an update on Daniel. From the outside... Alright, we already watched this. You can skip this video. We already talked about this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to skip to the end, because I think I talk about, I don't know if it's in this one or in, yeah, okay, he texted a minor. If you want to like, yeah, I think this is where it starts, but he ended up texting a minor.
Let's see.
These texts start off with Daniel stating, it's okay, I have a sexual question if you don't mind. Following that up with a question mark and saying, I don't know your age. The person tells Daniel, I'm 15, and Daniel asks, can you talk sexual? The next day, Daniel writes, I'm a virgin with a sad face, and then a question mark. He follows that up with, she needs to see the doctor, asking the person, are you a virgin? Question mark, and then writing, can we talk? These are very reminiscent of Daniel's last text conversations with the minor, as Daniel clearly has no control. Yeah, that's basically it. He texted a minor on TikTok. I mean, what else can you say?
It always starts off sexually. Yeah,
exactly.
It always starts off sexually, man.
Or something.
I don't know
about
why that was such a
feeling.
shocking claim for me. I don't know. It really amazes me that the first thing he wants to text any minor
going
is
on?
something sexual, or just like talking about his day in general, which is just absolutely insane. No minor should have to hear about what Daniel Larson has got going on, especially that kind of information. She didn't need to know that, and I think he's forgetting his toothbrush because that thing and him have definitely had a few date nights for sure. I would guarantee it.
No, that's
Everyone, how are you
painfully
doing today?
true.
My name is the
I
Legal
bet
Gamer,
that boy
welcome
shoved
back
that
to
thing
another
some
video.
places.
Y'all, it finally happened. Daniel is at another major freak
Yeah,
out.
he,
I mean,
he
y'all,
probably
this
done
might be the
pissed off
angriest
one of
we've
his
seen Daniel since
caretakers,
disgraceful.
and they convinced him that was the only way to properly clean himself.
I want her fucking dead. I want her fucking dead. I want Grace fucking dead. I want her fucking dead. I want her fucking dead.
I have no doubt that he will be arrested by the time this comes out. I mean, if he's not, then the cops in Colorado are really slacking, because to me, this seems like an open and shut case, especially when you consider the threats he made. As y'all probably know, the past couple of days I took a break from Daniel to finish up my new World of T-Shirts documentary, and at the time, Daniel was doing his normal schizo posting. Some examples include him writing, "Bob will die not knowing I was safe," and the next day also writing, "I have a job interview this afternoon set up." Now folks, keep these two community posts in mind as we continue, because they are an integral part of this freakout, and soon it'll all make sense, at least as much sense as something involving Daniel can make. First, let's start off with the lead up to this freakout. Yesterday, Daniel uploaded the same video 2 times, with the first upload being titled Daniel Larson.
Yeah, we watched
sends a
this
warning of a
already,
lawsuit of
I
falsely
think, right?
charged, and the second being titled Daniel Larson.
Yeah, we watched this one already. Yeah, we watched this.
Oh yeah, him
I got you, boo. I got
warning
you.
the FBI that they're gonna come for him.
Yeah, skip ahead and then he starts freaking out. There we go.
Grace Vanderwall better be praying to every single god that she possibly can, that Daniel Larson and her don't ever meet in real life. Because whether he's thinking they're in some kind of intense relationship, or he's ready to kill her, she's in danger no matter what. Because, I mean, if he thinks they're in a relationship, who knows what he might try to do off the bat.
He'll just show up with a rope and some gloves.
Daniel Larson is a loser 3Ds, there's no doubt about that. Sounds like some kind of terrible death metal song.
Look at him. He's freaking out. Boo!
He's got the Cyrax rule going on, and he's got the Chris Hand camera abuse rocking. Oh, now he's got the Daniel Larson beats going on. All right, we're getting a little bit of everything right now.
See, Daniel isn't just doing his normal schizophrenic rants. He's genuinely angry at Bob and seems like he's going through a psychotic episode. A main sign of psychosis is word repetition. According to the National Library of Medicine, individuals with psychosis exhibit disorganized speech that can be off topic, drift from original thought, or be incoherent or difficult to follow. Speech by individuals with psychosis can be vague and repetitive, as well as reduced in quantity and syntactic and lexical complexity. I mean, sure, Daniel might go on incoherent rants, but he's just straight up repeating the same words, kill and bomb, both in incomplete sentences, lacking any lexical complexity, even for Daniel's standards. We could only hope the proper authorities can see this so Daniel could be stopped, as even after freaking out he continued to post, with one stating the wind is making it so he couldn't walk, and another claiming he was going 20 miles to Boulder, Colorado. Both are completely unwatchable, as the strong winds in Colorado make it impossible to record proper audio. But there's not really anything to look at in those videos anyway. Daniel just grunts and moans as he walks, deeply staring into the camera with his crazy looking eyes. I mean, it's only a matter of time till Daniel hurts someone. Look at what's setting him off. After the freakout took place, a user commented on Daniel's newest community post writing, "Daniel, why were you so mad on live earlier?" With Daniel responding, "I can't make it to probation and I'm not safe in public anymore, and Bob and Clark are in contact and Bob is lying to me." With Daniel seeming to become more easy to trigger, who knows what the future holds. Anyway, y'all, that's it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe even consider becoming a member. It's just $2.99. Alright, I'm out of here, folks. Peace.
Man, who's this weirdo advertising become a member?
I don't know, bro, but somebody made me that picture, and it's been the worst thing that ever
up,
happened
Artie?
in my life. I'll tell you that.
I like it, man. I think it's befitting of you.
And I think it looked cool, but like, dude, you don't know how many freaks have been just bothering me about it, and it's not even my picture. Jesus, people are crazy about furries, man. It's like, ugh, I'd hate to be one, dude. People want
Yeah,
to,
man.
like, kill them.
Well, it's not their fault, homie. You know, you gotta weed out the furries. You know, if you think you smell one, you gotta figure it out real
No,
quick.
I think that
that's just something that
furries
they're
definitely.
just wondering. You know, there's nothing.
It's a red
Go
flag.
ahead, go ahead.
It's a red flag for sure. I'd see it as like, but I don't know if it directly, like, if I'd see a furry and then instantly think that they're like a pedophile. I'd definitely think that they're a weirdo though. I'd be like, you're cringe, and I keep a close eye on them for sure. Depends.
Man,
Exactly.
he's
Well,
he's
you know,
projecting.
especially
We gotta
right
keep an eye
now,
on him.
we got the Nate dog. We got the Nate dog stuff that just happened, and it's like, okay, so at this point, I think we all got a watchful eye for that. Never seen a furry that wasn't an issue at some point. You know, I think the most OG furry that we ever seen was that kid who was on the news howling into the wind, hanging over a bridge. You know, I think he was the most innocent one I ever seen. And after that, it just went downhill from there. Now, apparently, kids in school nowadays, they walk around with tails and stuff like that. My cousins say it's a fun game to try to rob them and take them from them. But you can get in some serious trouble for that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's probably what I would have done in school, to be honest with you guys.
Mhm. Exactly. Back when I went to
It's
school.
a miracle. Thank God for them. I missed that generation.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, people, if somebody did that back in my school, they'd get, I don't know, TOS, you know, I couldn't even say what would happen to them probably. Beat up after school.
Oh,
I
God,
guess
I don't-
is a good way to put it.
Yeah, something like that. I don't think I could survive the social pressure after that. You know, that's just asking for bad things to happen to you. You know how many times a week you got to go to school and how many hours you got to sit in there? I would not take that risk. Not even to save my own life, maybe. And that's pretty hard. It's pretty hard.
Don't want to call that
In the
1-800
80s, they'd have been
ass
beat.
whooping every day at school.
In the 80s, they'd be beat. well, you know, maybe even in the early 2000s, that might have been happening. Shoot. Let's see. 1 second stream. I'm going to pull up the last videos for us.
Go and get them ready now.
All right, I'm gonna go get my Alfredo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a water while you do that. We'll be right back, y'all.
All right, so Chinchilla Nation, Legion Lemur, the Legion of Lemurs, and whatever Ellen calls his channel, people. What we got next is something I wanted to end the stream on, something real special. It's Gordon, because for some reason I feel like Gordon is just around the corner again. You know, Gordon, he came on to Marty's stream, and him and Marty had a great talk. We figured out a whole lot about Cyrax, and at the end of the day, after I watched that stream with Gordon, I was like, okay, you can really tell that Cyrax has just never had to listen to anybody in his life. At the very least, when he was 9 years old, listening just cut completely off. Sorry about the screen. I got that fixed up now. All right. So yeah, we got that after the Gordon stuff and everything got figured out about that. I was wondering to myself, well, Gordon was never in his life. Who was? And what did they do to help him? And it just became painfully clear to me that Sally never dated probably anyone that was a good influence on Cyrax, all the way up until we met Ed in his 30s. And the only reason I'm saying Ed was any decent is simply because Ed would just punch him in the face if he was acting too bad. So so at least he had a little bit of a control then. Before then, could you imagine what Cyrax was up to all day? I mean, he was probably talking to children, telling Sally about it, raising his hand to her when she wouldn't cook him a Hot Pocket. I mean, Sally was probably living in a life of misery. Ed really came along and saved the day, and he brought his sweet perk 30s along with him. That's almost a deal you can't pass up. When did Gordon come out of hiding? Oh, he hasn't. I just feel like he will sometime soon. Unless Tibbs absolutely ruined it. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. Lemur's chat, LNN's chat, but Tibbs, he's been acting a fool again. He had been flying under my radar because I didn't know who Tibbs TV was until he started messing with Cyrax. I didn't care about who he was afterwards. Who cares, TB? Can't even get a soulmate. He had to buy a doll to find love in this life. He can't even talk to his mom without making some kind of weird joke, like some kind of sexual innuendo, which is what drew me into that stream. I was like, what did Tibbs say to his mom? And if you don't know, I think Tibbs asked for like oral sex with his mom or something. It was totally out of pocket. It was really strange. Diesel TV, I'm pretty sure it was, told me he was probably joking. It just came off weird, but oh my god, Tibbs is just a weirdo. So I went to check in on him, and he's getting exposed for talking to minors, which Tibbs TV just absolutely refuses is true. Like he'll refute it to the day's done. And you know, Tibbs, he thinks he's smarter than everyone else. So he's just going to sit there and be like, well, Mr. Diesel, if you think that, what about the 10 or 17 different cases? 10 or 17 different cases where, I'm sorry, Bo just absolutely killed me. What about the 10 or 17 cases where I came along and found a pedophile and I exposed them? And it's like, dude, you were just talking to Chance Wilkins. Everyone knows. You just pressured him somehow because Cyrax thought he was going to go to court with Gordon. And Cyrax was like, oh, if I don't actually admit to what I am, he might actually take this to court. I can't do that again. I nearly had a heart attack last time I went to court. I'm not going to make it in jail. So he's like, Tibbs, I am the monster that I've always been. But after he gets off street with him, I don't know, everything's golden. He was lying, just like always. You know, it's all water under the bridge. He just had to say what he needed to say to get out from under Tibbs' grasp. Like, you know, Tibbs had a grasp on him at all. Even though Cyrax can just take his mouse, scroll down to the bottom right-hand corner, and end the stream. No, Cyrax isn't that smart. Unless, you know, Vita is in chat, Vidal, gosh, I can't remember that dude's name. Unless they're in chat, and he wants him to leave. You know, Cyrax knows to tell him, just close the stream out. Everything will be okay. Back on track a little bit. You know, Tibbs is like, you know, we're going to get Gordon on your case. And Cyrax freaks out. And now we're getting to this video. Excuse me, not this video. Goes
Link
all
the
way
damn
back in
video.
the past. Oh, link the video. Excuse me, Chinchilla Nation.
Sorry, I just got back.
That's all right.
Both of you fuck off and let me have my damn pizza. You're just gonna get closer.
Oh no. I was just trying to find this video. Sorry about that, guys. Or maybe my audio's low. I have no idea. If it is, you guys just gotta tell me.
Gracias, senor.
Back on thing. Oh, Chinchilla Nation, everyone in chat. Lemur is a fur PDF. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lemur's alright. You know, I couldn't imagine he posted anything strange to his community tab. Yeah, to his community tab.
Oh,
so,
you see that
I don't
guy?
know.
You want me to explain that real quick?
Bo Radley.
Yeah, let me talk
Yeah,
about
sure.
that guy. So this guy, man, he keeps like, he makes these like burner accounts, and he keeps coming in my comments and being like, he keeps saying that I got caught talking to a 15-year-old, and then I'll be like, well, do you have evidence, or like, why you keep saying that? And then he'll just keep saying it over and over. Excuse me, sorry, I'm eating right now. He'll keep saying it like over and over, and then you know, I'll ask him like, so, and then he's like, people are investigating it. So I asked him who's investigating it, and he said it's like Chris Hansen. So he gives me like these bullshit answers. I guess he's basically like just fucking around, I guess, because I keep asking him what he's talking about, and he really won't elaborate. But I don't know. You can ask him if you want.
Oh, no. Bo Radley, man, if you're working with Chris Hansen, man, you got to find some better targets. You know, Chris Hansen never even made Onision have a seat. Come on now. Jesus Christ.
No, I don't think Chris
All right.
Hansen's worried
So,
about me. He's got bigger fish.
No, I don't either. Yeah, he's got some alcohol he can pour through, and some internet shows he can be busy felling at. Because a True Blue series anymore is just absolute garbage. You can watch Dap or Skeeter Jean and get a far better predator catching show. The best one ever was when he had him laying face down, and he was just talking to Chris Hansen with his face in the dirt. Now that was a good one. I can't remember if I said it or not. How you doing, Miss Moody? Hope you're having a nice day. So I think I would start it at the 4-minute mark, or maybe the 3-minute, because that's where we'll get some backstory on Chance's upbringing, the amazing upbringing this man provided for our local PDF file, Chance Wilkins. No, I'm not at Grandma's house again. What did you hear?
Yeah, when he showed up, I mean, it was all good, you know. And
What's going on, JR?
Oh, well, I can change that. I'm actually at my own house. Yeah, yeah, I'll go fix
and
that.
and then we came home and got ready to go. I had to work the next day, so he had to have been here on a Thursday. He had to have got here on a Thursday.
He was here on a Thursday.
When did it start to deteriorate?
Do what? Say that again.
When did it start to deteriorate?
Well, this is where it starts to get freaking weird, because Gordon had work the next morning, and I had gotten up and I had things I needed to do to get ready to go camping that day, and I was telling him what I needed to get done, and
I was working a half a day.
yeah, and all of a sudden he pops up off the couch with his phone in his hand and a picture of his aunt. I want to say it was his aunt.
Yeah,
It was his aunt.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But he shows me this picture, and it's a woman with all these.
First off, before he even did that, he jumped up, and this is what she told me, so I'm filling in her blanks also. When he jumped up off the couch, he started screaming, "I gotta go home!
Yeah.
I gotta go home!
Yeah, he did.
I gotta go home!" And he started getting into this. I gotta go
Like
home.
crazy. I mean,
You know,
that
and,
shit.
yes, I do. And Jen looks at him and was like, "What are you doing? You know what? And he was.
Can you lower the quality a little bit, Ellen?
He was
Oh, and
out, man.
yeah, I sent someone out to buy some 9-volt batteries. I guess I didn't have
Showed her
any.
a
So.
picture, and it was his aunt sitting on the couch with grandkids or whatever.
Yeah. There was grandkids, and I want to say there was a dog
and dogs or something on there. And she said
she captioned it.
She captioned it. And said, "I went to heaven," you know.
You know,
It says I've died and gone to heaven.
I've died and gone to heaven.
No, the first problem
Yeah,
with
can you
that
lower the
legal
quality a little bit for
statement,
me,
I've
Ellen?
never known
I don't know, it's freezing
anybody to
bad for
die
me.
and come back and make a Facebook post. But that's just my theory.
Yeah, I don't think anyone like makes Facebook posts from heaven.
Make it 240p. Make it pixelated.
I tried to explain to him what she meant.
I'll do you one better.
He didn't understand. And because
Yes, this is what I like. This is quality.
Yeah.
That's exactly what came to mind. As soon as he came off the couch with that, I just thought, oh God, I am so fucked. And so I told him what was going on. And he looked at me and he says, you just don't want me to go home. I said, listen, you little bastard, I don't give a shit if you stay. I don't care. And he just looked at me. He was like, you hate me and I gotta go home. My family needs me. My aunt's dead. I'm like, she's dead. Let's go back and replay this one more time because this train missed a fucking track.
Yep.
So I go ahead and explain this to him again, and he just goes ape shit. And he had bowed up on me, and I thought, okay, you're going down like a little fucking twisted pretzel, you little bastard. Wrong girl, wrong day. And go ahead.
Yeah, so was this like that first night or the following morning?
Following morning.
The following morning.
Oh yeah, you were working, right? Yeah. So
I had to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning.
So you get called home to deal with.
She called me.
Before that, he bows up on me, and I thought, oh God, here we go.
Because she didn't know him. All she'd ever done talk to him on the phone.
So I had no idea what he was capable of.
That makes it so much better. Her first interaction with Chance is basically him trying to fight her, and him freaking out over his apparently dead aunt, who is still alive and well to this day.
Get home.
Well, she's an artisan. She's probably not doing too well, but she's alive.
It's 82 degrees on heavy given afternoon.
Right, 3Ds? Not a single bit of his family even appreciates him one bit. He's barely hanging on by a thread with Sally, and when she's gone, it's over.
And he's banging at the door. Let me in or I'm gonna piss on your door.
Oh, fuck you, Cyrax.
And I'm like, so at this point, I knew I was screwed. And I just walked up to the door. Now, mind you, I had not locked the door when I walked him out.
I would have.
So you could have just opened it.
He could have just opened it, yes.
Wow.
So, as he's banging on the door and he's telling me he's going to piss on my door, I told him to go find a fucking tree.
We live in the country.
And I walked to the door and I locked it. I thought, you know what, I'm not going to take the chance of this going sideways real quick because it was going sideways.
Yep.
And I called Gordon and I told him, you know, I gave him the rundown. I told him, I said, you need to get here now. And we only lived about 15, well, we still
20 minutes.
Yeah, at best.
Yeah.
From where Gordon was working at the time. And he gets home and that's when you had encountered him at the front door.
Yeah. I come home and he was standing outside.
Yeah.
So he's still like, he gets in like an animal state almost, where he's like a rabid ferret. You know what I mean? Where he just gets crazed.
Oh yeah. And I mean, there's what it is. I don't know. You know.
Yeah. His wiring just seems to be a little faulty.
Yeah. There's you know. I mean, he's definitely developmentally challenged, and he was never helped to get to the next level where he needs to be.
Yeah.
So you get home. Are you able to calm his concerns about his?
Well, yeah, kind of, sort of.
All right, you can pause it for just a second, homie. Yeah, this is my favorite story I've ever heard about Cyrax. Not only is he not parroting anything, there's no one there making him act like this. It's just Cyrax being Cyrax. And just a random woman who called Sally thinking that she's going to reunite some father and son relationship that that fell apart years before. She's going to help this obviously disabled. Like one day, Cyrax has completely obliterated every single opportunity that was going to be handed to him, hand and fist. He was getting clothing. He got his own bedroom. He was going to be able to come to Florida every month or so. Like, Cyrax his life was going to change for the better, but he just absolutely ruined every chance he got. And you're right, 3D's creepy teacher who had to drive and pick Cyrax up off the highway is just icing on the cake for this. Because in all honesty, Cyrax was probably like 18 or 19 when he first met that teacher. Who knows what they had going on, if he even cared enough to go visit Cyrax and pick him up and drive him to an airport. Might have been some kind of security Jake situation for all we know. Blind Billy.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I mean, this guy's even made it clear too. He didn't want Chance to come around when Sally adopted him.
I got home.
Oh no! So like when Sally,
oh
yeah, you can go on.
On my way home, and I was talking to her.
Oh, my bad, man. Go on. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I'd forgot. You can go on home. It's okay.
Oh, okay then.
And when I got home, he's standing outside, and I had ball cap on, and I went fucking drill sergeant on him. And I didn't lay hands on him, but I did threaten him, and I got up and I put the bill of the hat right on the bridge of his nose, and I'm pounding it as I'm talking to him. And I was like, you had to be there, man. You can't make this shit up.
Could you imagine the look on Cyrax's face while he's getting the bill of a hat pressed into him multiple times?
And I'm screaming at him, and I know every freaking neighbor around that is even close heard me. And I'm in his face, and I'm telling him, I said, if you ever disrespect my house and disrespect my wife again, I said, I guarantee you I will plant you. I will bury your little fucking ass. You understand me?
Did his demeanor change? Like, it seems like once he gets
it did. Yeah, he gets
like crying and almost snivelly.
Well, it kind of, I think it surprised him.
Yeah.
And then he chilled. He kind of pouted.
Yeah,
he got quiet. He got quiet and kind of pouted.
It was the only kid syndrome.
Yeah, only child syndrome, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it was, and then I told him before we even come back in the house, I told him, I said, this is what's going to happen this weekend. I said, we're going to get in the car. We're putting all the shit in the car. We're loading it in. I said, we're going to the campground and we're going camping. I said, we are going to have a fucking good time. I said, if you fucking ruin it, and I said, Jen's mother is coming down here, and she was supposed to be coming down like Tuesday or Wednesday of the next week.
Something like that.
And we were leaving on a Friday.
Oh, I think that's D Money Clicks and Views. She's the only one who's got raw footage of this up still. Since Music Biz Marty's archive, Music Biz Marty's channel got nuked. What I meant to say is that he might possibly have it on his Odyssey archive. So maybe Music Biz Marty still has this. I just never looked into his Odyssey.
We're gonna have a good time, and Jen's mom's coming down. I said, if you fucking ruin this, I said, I swear to God, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you. And everything was cool. We got up to the campground, and it was all good. And then it just slowly started fucking deteriorating. Well, the weather kind of sucked. It was raining and shit, but damn, go fishing.
I didn't even know Heather was still alive. 3Ds. That's actually pretty neat to hear. I might have to check that out. See what she's into. She can put out some comedy gold every now and then.
Whatever.
Yeah, I bought a sleeping bag that year too.
Yeah, but to listen to him, he's gonna tell you that all I did was stay drunk and all kinds of bullshit. Did I drink? Oh hell yeah, I drank.
That's what you do, fishing.
Yes, I smoked some freaking pot, man. If anybody's got anything against it, I hate it for you.
I have a card that says I can.
Yeah, government says I can do it. So anyway,
I think you would benefit from a little. So-
I don't think it would hurt him.
Did you say he would benefit from horse tranquilizer?
Yeah, like anything. Like
He's fucking no trank.
I'm just making sure that's where the conversation's headed.
he's so intolerable.
Good for her.
Like,
She
and,
she was
you know,
wild.
he-
Yeah, that girl was
he's already-
absolutely insane. She needed
His
it.
brain's already zonked too. Like, and if he's a musician, that might make his music a little better. Who knows? Like, but he would definitely be more tolerable to be around, unless like maybe some PCP or something like that. Like,
No,
I mean, yeah, that would be a real fucking.
Oh, god damn, dude, that'd be like sprayed roach, man.
Yeah.
No. I've never seen somebody have so many occupations in a 48-hour period of time in my life, let alone dreams or $1 to pay for them.
Yeah, he just pivots from, it's between car driving on the video game, to music, to photography.
And don't forget the mime.
Well, back then, he was telling me this is what he was wanting. Prevalent it is now. I mean, 10 years has changed a hell of a lot in the electronic age. So he's telling me all this stuff that he's wanting to do and everything. I was like, you know what? That's cool. It's cool to have dreams, man. But you got to find something that you can do to sustain yourself and use those the rapping and all the other whatever the hell it was to as a hobby. And then once your hobby gets to where you can make more money off your hobby than you can your job, then guess what? You got a new job. I mean,
All right. I think that's a great place to end it right here. You can go ahead and pause the video, Ellen.
So he made like $5.81.
So, any opinions on Cyrax and his inability to get a job? Because I think Gordon really hit the nail right on the head. Cyrax was actually serious about having a successful career. He wouldn't be just doing his rapping and stuff 24/7 when he's really just playing his Xbox the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be out working at a local Walmart, something like that, trying to support his career. Could you imagine trying to be a rapper with no money? How are you going to get studio time? How are you even going to build the studio for yourself? What, are you just going to rely for your mom to give you some money every now and then? Then you're going to go record your tracks? You'll never take off that way. People are putting out far too much music in this world for you just to be dropping one track every other month.
I mean, for that matter, wasn't he supposed to be a metal artist?
He just jumps to whatever
I
bullshit.
think you would think he would be.
It don't matter. He wants to be whatever he wants to be. He just uses all that shit as an excuse to not get a job. So you can say, oh, I'm trying to be this or I'm trying to be that right now. I don't have time. I don't have time for a job. I want to be a YouTuber, something like that. It's stupid.
Jesus. And, it's like, Chance is definitely one of those people, too, who doesn't understand. Before a lot of these big name YouTubers were doing this full time, they had a job.
Oh, yeah. I would really like to see Chance just try to live in the real world for 1 minute, for just 1 minute. And I think it would absolutely scare him to death. The thought of having to sit in a workplace. It's not his comfort zone inside of his room. Not his comfort zone inside of his room. And he would just realize that, not everyone's got to be nice to you. Not everyone's got to listen to you. And you got to do things that people tell you to. And even if you don't want to do it, you've got to, or you're going to get fired. I don't think he would last for 1 second out in the real world. But it would be funny to watch, at least from afar, for about 2 or 3 minutes before he had a complete mental meltdown.
Oh, I agree.
Well, anyways, guys, I think this is the end of the barnyard for today. Been about 2.5 hours. Yeah, I really enjoyed being here with you guys. Thank you so much, Chinchilla Nation. Thank you so much, the Legion of Lemurs. Thank you so much, Ellen. My niece is here. and I guess she really wants my attention. So with all that said, Chinchilla Nation, I'll catch you guys next time. Hope you guys have a nice day. Oh, and thank you so much, Justin, for the $5 super chat. That was awesome, dude. You're amazing, homie. See you, 3Ds. See you, Stony. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Always a good time with you guys.
Miss Moody.
Yep. It's been a good one, guys.
Always a good time, though, fellas. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yep.